aggressively, his movements sharp and restless. Anyone watching could tell his mood was off. From a distance, someone noticed him. Hey, Taeyang. At the sound of his name, Taeyang looked up. It was his neighbor, Uncle Wang. Yeah, yes, Uncle Wang. Uncle Wang walked closer, observing him carefully. Mr. Wang, why are you still here? You just got married. You should be at home with your wife. Taeyang forced a smile, a fake one. Yeah, it's winter vegetable season, Uncle. I do everything alone. There is no one to help. Uncle Wang chuckled softly. Mr. Wang, I have been watching you since earlier. Your work was finished a long time ago. You were just sitting here. Taeyang froze. For a second, he didn't know what to say. I was thinking, Mr. Wang laughed. Mr. Wang, oh, I see. Looks like you two had a fight. Taeyang laughed lightly, avoiding his eyes. Mr. Wang, you just got married and you are already fighting. If this is how it starts, what will you do for the rest of your life? End up like us old people. Taeyang smiled awkwardly. Taeyang, no, it's not like that. Uncle Wang patted his shoulder. Mr. Wang, I was your age once too. Come on, go home and fix things. Before Taeyang could protest, Uncle Wang grabbed his arm and started pulling him toward the house. He didn't want to come back, but Uncle Wang didn't give him a choice, almost dragging him along. He brought the young straight into the house. Grandpa looked up, surprised. Grandpa, oh Wang, you're here. Mr. Wang, yes, I have been sitting around for days with no work. Thought I would bring him home. Grandpa laughed loudly. Grandpa, at this, someone managed to catch him. Mrs. Kim walked in with snacks and asked Mr. Wang to sit. Tang didn't stay there. He knew if he did, he would hear more unnecessary comments, so he quietly went inside his room. After many days, he finally came back to the bed. He stared at it for a moment, then lay down, Tang singing, ah, peace. But the peace didn't last. A strange smell hit his nose. He frowned and opened his eyes. His vision was blurry, but he could taste something was on the bed. He sat up, food crumbs, bits of dirt, random mess scattered everywhere. Something inside Tang snapped. His head burned with anger. Tang shouting, Wine, wine. He rushed into the room at his loud call. You stopped when you saw him standing there, furious. Wine, what happened? Tang, what is all this? Wine confused. What? Tang, look at the bed. It's full of dirt. Wine, oh. Tang, oh, you live here? So that does mean you can keep things however you want, don't you, kid? Your expression hurt slightly. Why, I don't do these things at my house. There were people to do the work. They scored there. No one else here is rich. Everyone does their own work. You didn't argue. You could see he was angry. Without another word, you started cleaning the bed. He stood there watching. As his eyes moved around the room, he noticed something else. The room had changed. It looked dirty. Barbie dolls, small toys everywhere. His irritation grew. Dear, what is this? Why are children's things in this room? Why, They're mine. Then keep them away. I don't like seeing them. You stop for a moment where I can't put them anywhere else. My parents gave this to me. Then didn't reply. Without another word, he turned around and walked out of the room, leaving you behind standing alone. Night fell faster than you expected. You sit in front of your laptop, fingers moving non-stop over the keyboard, files are open, numbers flashing, emails pulling up. Your phone was placed between your shoulder and ear as you spoke calmly professionally. When is tomorrow the Alpha group will handle the firework? Beta group. When they will manage client's timing and a lot of people will come tomorrow. Gamma group will do the site visit. Okay boss, the call ended. He leaned back slightly and glanced toward the sofa. He was laying there, turning from side to side. The light from the lamp fell across his face, but sleep refused to come to him. You opened your mouth, about to say something, and Enoch erupted the moment. Both of them looked toward the door. Then I will check. You opened it. Mrs. Kim stood there, holding a plate of food. She walked in gently. Mrs. Kim, I brought you something to eat. You have been so late. You must be hungry. Why, oh, Yoma. Mrs. Kim, did I disturb you too? She smiled softly, a knowing smile. Before either of you could reply, she turned and walked out, still smiling. Then closed the door. Without saying a word, he walked to the switch. Click. The light went off. He returned immediately. You breathed. Fine. Taehyungff, I'm going to sleep. You can work even with the light off. You stared at him. Your lips parted as if to argue, to explain, but no words came out. You slowly turned back to the laptop. The screen now, the only source of lights in the room. Midnight. The night was deep, too quiet. Taehyungg's sleep grew light, the way it always did when his mind refused to rest. Somewhere in that silence, a low murmur reached his ears. His voice, soft, strained, his eyes slowly opened. The room was dark, but the faint glow of his skin cut through the shadows. In that dim light, he could see a silhouette, you, sitting on the bed, your back slightly bent, phone placed to your ear, Wang whispering, I know, grandfather, I am trying. Taehyungff didn't move. He stared at the ceiling, pretending to sleep. A pause. The voice spoke from the other end, too low for him to hear. You slowed. When I understand, I should have noticed earlier. Another pause. Your fingers tightened around the phone. Went quickly. It won't happen again, I promise. I will be more careful next time. The call didn't even finish properly. The screen went dark. You stayed still, staring at it, as if hoping it would ring again, or maybe wishing it never had. Your shoulders trembled. That's when they heard it, a broken breath, then another. Try to cover it, placing your hand over your mouth, but the sound escaped anyway, a quiet sob. You stood up abruptly and walked toward the bathroom. The door closed softly. Water ran. They lay there, unmoving, staring into the darkness. Minutes passed. When the door opened again, you returned slowly, as if every step weighed too much. You lay down on the bed, turning your back toward him. The crying sound didn't stop. It only became quieter. Your sobs came in small, trembling breaths, like he was afraid of being heard. Slowly Slowly the crying sound stopped and they realized that you had fallen asleep. Morning arrived quietly, spinning around the theme curtains like it had no idea how heavy the night had been. You opened your eyes slowly. The other side of the room was empty, no Taehyungff. For a second, you just lay there staring at the ceiling, listening to the unfamiliar silence. The sofa where he usually sat was neatly arranged so neat, as if he had left earlier on purpose. Without wanting to cross paths, you sat up, hugging your knees. Fine, this is how it's going to be. You whispered to yourself. You forced yourself to get up. You moved mechanically, washing your face, tying your hair, choosing a simple office outfit, no luxury, no glamour, just the armor you wore every day. While buttoning your shirt, your phone buzzed. Yawn, good morning, boss. You were coming early today, right? You typed back instantly. One, yes, I'm on my way. You paused for a moment and added, Wine, prepare the bonus files. Christmas is good. You slipped your phone into your bag and took one last look at the room. Then you left. Your office was order buzzing when you arrived, phone ringing, keyboard squeaking, hurried footsteps. This chaos was familiar. Yon followed you behind the cabin, holding a tablet. Yon, boss, the finance team finalized the numbers after the last project's success. We can afford bonuses without affecting future funds. You nodded, dropping your bag on the swings. One, good. How many employees? You all permanent staff, even the site workers. You looked up sharply. One, yes, them specially. You smiled faintly. You leaned back in your chair. One, Christmas is in a few days. Some of them send money home. Some live paycheck to paycheck. Then quietly, I don't want anyone worrying about survival during a festival. Yon hesitated before speaking. Yon, boss, are you okay? You looked at him. Your eyes were steady but tired. Fine, I'm fine. Let's focus on work. You sit in the back seat of the car. The city is staring past the window in a bar. For once, the office noise hadn't followed you home. Your phone lay silent in your lap. Suddenly, a thought crossed your mind, soft, unexpected. I should buy something for the house. You frowned slightly. One, for what reason? You muttered to yourself. It wasn't just a business obligation. Yet the image of Grandpa Santa's mind and Mrs. Kim frozen over food surfaced in your mind. You exhaled slowly. Wine, just something small. You decided. Driver, stop at the mall. Inside the mall was bright, warm and crowded. Christmas decorations hung everywhere. Gold ribbons, soft lights, cheerful music playing in the background. You walked slowly, hand in your coat pocket. He wasn't used to shopping like this. Usually your assistant handled everything. Clothes were delivered, gifts were selected by others. This felt personal. You stopped in front of a shop displaying shows. Why, this would suit Grandpa, you thought. Inside, a sales assistant approached. Sales assistant, good evening, ma'am. Are you looking for something special? You nodded. Fine. Something comfortable for an elderly person. You choose a soft woolen shawl, running your fingers over the fabric. He always sits quietly, watching everyone else. You added it to your basket. Next, you entered a home decor store. You stepped through it as you looked at kitchen items, warm colored tablecloths, tea sets. You smiled faintly without realizing it. Mrs. Kim's face came to mind, her gentle scolding, her constant care. You picked up a simple but elegant scarf. One, she will like this, you murmured. You passed by your steps haunted men's section. You stared at the display unconsciously. Shirts, sweaters, jackets. You frowned. Why am I even here? You turned to leave. Then paused. Taehyungff appeared in your mind. You swallowed. Why? I don't need to. You told yourself. This man is a contract. You took one step away. Then another thought struck you. Your jaw tightened. Why? Stop overthinking, you whispered. Still, you walked inside. Sales assistant approached. Sales assistant, sir, or gift? You hesitated for half a second. Wine, gift. The word face strains on your tongue. Embrace sanity. Fingers brushing past fabrics. Your mind oddly focused. Not too expensive, not flashy. Something he can actually wear. I sitted on a dark colored jacket. Simple, warm, practical one. This one, you said softly. Sales assistant. Excellent choice, ma'am. As it was packed, you stared at the counter.